Hey guys, it's Kyle with Whissel Realty, and this is a special message for the agents out there, and I want to give you guys some tips on what you can do to make your listings and your open houses a lot more attractive. So what the key is with this is you really want to appeal to the 5 senses. That's sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So I want to dive into each of those 5 and talk about some of the ways that we're appealing to senses of the buyer when they're walking into one of our listings or one of our open houses. Sight, that's an easy one. It starts with the curb appeal. Make sure the house looks on point. If you can, do not park cars in the driveway. You want the buyer, when they pull up to the house, to see the entire home. Don't block it with cars, trucks, boats, all of that stuff. Really make sure they can see the entire house. Make sure there's a nice fresh welcome mat at the door. Don't have some ratty old mat that's been there for 5 years that's fallen apart, that the dog has chewed on it and Brian's cats tried to take and run away with. Make sure there's a nice welcome mat. It really makes a good first impression. Make sure that door looks really nice. If it's beat up, if it's dinged up, if there's nicks, throw a fresh coat of paint on it. If it's got the metal security screen, just tear that crap off. Nobody wants that anymore. Those are old school, and sometimes it might even make people think there might be a security issue there. So sight's very important. There's a couple little tips. I don't want to give you all of them, but I'm gonna give you a couple tips on the site. Sound. When you are doing showings, if it's an occupied home and it's just a general showing, encourage your seller when they leave to allow that showing to happen. Turn the TVs on, throw the music channel on, put one on downstairs, put one on upstairs. It really makes for a better environment when somebody walks in that home and there's some music playing. It makes so there's no awkward silences. Same thing goes when you're doing an open house. Make sure that you've got some music. I personally have Sonos speakers that I bring. I set one up downstairs, one upstairs, one outside. So I really want a good vibe when somebody walks in that house, and I'm gonna play different music depending on the location of that property, something that's gonna appeal to the primary demographic that we're targeting. Smells very important. If the house smells like crap, people are going to think of the house as crap. So make sure the house smells good. We use Scentsy warmers. You could bring, one thing I used to do back in the day is bake some fresh cookies, throw those things in the oven, put it on like 200 degrees, leave the oven cracked open, so it literally takes 2 hours to bake one batch of cookies, but the entire open house, it's just spewing that cookie smell coming out of the oven. So that's a tip. Bring Scentsy warmers, bring Glade plugins, bring anything, but make sure the house really smells good, especially if they've got pets. There's some specific things out there that'll help get rid of that pet odor. Taste is very important. So when somebody's coming in, if this is a showing, something that's really cool is just have waters and some fresh cookies out there for somebody. They'll remember that house. If somebody's going around, they're checking out 5 or 10 houses, they're gonna remember the house that the cookies were left out for. Think of Santa Claus. You leave cookies out for Santa the night before, leave cookies out for the buyer before they come show the house. If it's an open house, bring in some food, bring in some drink. You want people to come in, sit down at that dining room table, sit down at that barbecue island, and they'll actually get to feel what it's like to live in that home. So that goes a really long way. Last is touch. So that's a little bit tougher one. How do you allow people to get that sense of touch? You let them open the doors. So when you walk up to the house, unlock it, let them open it so they could see what it feels like to actually walk in the door to potentially their new home. When they're in the kitchen, encourage them to open the cabinets up. Encourage them to, open the oven. Encourage them to look at all that stuff. Don't make them feel weird. Actually encourage them to do that, because those are the things they're gonna do when they live in that home. So there you go. There's 5 tips. How do you appeal to the 5 senses? Whether it's a showing at one of your listings or it's your open house, appeal to those 5 senses. That'll go a long way in your business and help your sellers get top dollar for their homes. If you have any questions, feel free, call me, text me, Kyle Whissel, 858-699-3895. Thanks for watching.